Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video I am going to be talking about the ending of the first episode for Doctor Who Flux, aka Doctor Who Series 13. And yes, that episode was phenomenal. I do have a review coming, hopefully, in the next few hours, but obviously it might be tomorrow. But yeah, I am going to be talking about the ending because, well, there was a lot to unpack. This episode was crazy. So we do know what the Flux is. The Flux is essentially this big cosmic bad stuff that is going through the universe, completely destroying planets and civilizations. And essentially it's making its way to Earth and has ties to the Ravengers that, well, let's just say they used to be Division operatives. So yeah, if you are unfamiliar with the Division are basically the CIA equivalent of Gallifrey. And they were tied to the Timeless Child, obviously the Timeless Child being the Doctor. And with certain moments where the Doctor's having hallucinations and psychic contact with the Ravengers, well, the Doctor is confirmed to have been a military operative that was hinted at with the introduction of the Roof Doctor in the 5th episode of Series 12, the previous season, where obviously we saw the Gallifreyan guns, that we did see 2 Division soldiers go and check on the imprisoned Ravenger. So yeah, they were definitely tied to the Division very strongly. So we don't know necessarily what's caused the Flux yet, but currently it is going through time and space, devouring planets and civilizations. But let's go back to the episode itself. So we get an introduction to Dan, and then, he's suddenly taken away by the mysterious Carvanista. And it is heavily implied throughout the episode that the Carvanista is a bad person, a bad alien that's suddenly going to be doing a big invasion. However, in a plot twist, the Carvanista and his race is trying to stop this big destruction of Earth via the Flux. So essentially their invasion fleet is going to form a big barrier and stop the Earth, or at least get the people off the planet. And then as a backup option, do that. Form a big protective barrier with the ship's advanced shielding. But then things get very interesting. We get an introduction to Vinder, played by Jacob Anderson. His character has been hyped up quite a lot, and essentially his character is kind of like a universe outlooker, I guess, like an archaeologist or something. I don't know really know what fits that title, but he's essentially keeping records of what's going on in the universe, and he sees it happen live. He nearly gets devoured by the Flux, but essentially, yeah, stuff starts happening in the universe. The Flux suddenly happens now, and it's quickly going through each universe, planets. It's devouring its way through various solar systems at a rapid rate with cataclysmic consequences. But yeah, let's also talk about the Weeping Angels. Now, they aren't exactly the main focus of this episode, also like the Sontarans, but we get to see a new character that we don't know a lot about, but she's met the Doctor in the past. But that's explained with her being sent back in time. So maybe she was previously sent back in time, or sent forwards in time after meeting the Doctor in the past. So in a timey-wimey sense with Stephen Moffat. And she returns to the present, sees the Doctor, and is like, hello, thanks for saving me and stuff like that. And then she meets the Weeping Angels again and unfortunately blinks. So we'll probably find out the fate of this character later on in the season. But then also we have the Sontarans. The Sontarans did indeed show up to obviously provide setup for the next episode that is called War of the Sontarans, and they indeed have knowledge of the Flux, and they have predicted that it is, yes, very truly is going to cause a lot of death and devastation throughout the universe. So yeah, to kind of put it into perspective, this episode sets up a lot. It's kind of hard to, put it into perspective, but essentially, to explain the ending and the plot of this episode, is that the Flux is coming. The Ravengers are tied to the Division, and we are going to be seeing more of the Division explored throughout this series. But obviously the Doctor, as kind of predicted by fans, has been on a quest to find answers for the Division, and the Carvanista, well, he was involved with the Division as well, so I'm guessing we'll see more of him in this series as well. But a lot of things have been set up in this episode for future chapters, and I seriously cannot wait. So yeah, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for more nerdy content, as we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers that I would love to reach by the end of the year. But yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for all the support, and goodbye for now.